Espionage has two rules: don't talk about what you do and don't look like a spy. So who better to go undercover than animals? And no one knows this like Hvaldimir. I'm not talking about the Russian president Vladimir, who too was a spy. I'm talking about a beluga whale called Hvaldimir, who was believed to be a Russian spy. The whale became a bit of a celebrity over the years, and now he has died. We'll tell you all about him and answer your burning questions about wild sleuths that roam among us. Who are they? How are they trained? And do they have cool gadgets? Here's a report.
The name's whale, beluga whale, with a license to krill, pardon the pun, and an even cooler nickname, Vladimir. If this reminds you of a certain world leader's name, you aren't wrong, and we'll tell you why. But first, what's going on with Vladimir? He has died. That's unfortunate, but why is the death of a whale making the news? Because this is possibly the world's most famous whale, and it had a cooler job than most of us ever will. Vladimir is world-renowned for being a spy. This is the assumption, at least. No one has any proof. Guess Vladimir did its job a little too well. He was over 4 meters long and weighed about 1,200 kgs. Kind of hard to miss. He was first spotted in Norwegian waters 5 years ago. This was strange for 2 reasons. First, belugas are rarely seen in such busy waters this far south of the high Arctic. And second, the whale was spotted wearing a harness with a GoPro camera attached to it. And the harness said, "Equipment of St. Petersburg." This raised suspicions. People wondered if the whale was on a Russian reconnaissance mission. Russia has never answered the rumors or claimed ownership of the whale. But if the whale was a spy, he was an exceptionally friendly one. The whale was comfortable around people. He responded to hand signals. He showed signs of domestication, and he captured people's imagination almost instantly. That's where he got the nickname, Hvaldimir. Hval is the Norwegian word for whale, merged with what sounds like Vladimir, from the Russian president's name, Vladimir Putin. But now, Vladimir is dead, and no one knows why. But animal rights groups are demanding answers, because Vladimir died at the age of 15. That's relatively young for a beluga whale, whose lifespan can reach 60 years. But it's certain that Russia won't be coming forward with any answers. Multiple sources have cited evidence of Russian programs training animals as spies, but Moscow has repeatedly denied these reports. This is not the first time animals have been used to spy. Just this year, a pigeon was captured in India over accusations of spying for China. The pigeon refused to spill the beans. It didn't utter a word. Obviously. Eventually, it was released after being held for 8 months. It's not the only wily animal detained over suspicions of espionage. In 2011, Sudan captured an unlikely Mossad agent, a vulture. It apparently had a GPS tracker and wore tags from Tel Aviv. In 2007, Iran arrested 14 spies, all of them squirrels. Being a spy is a tough enough job as is. The first days are often the hardest. In the 1960s, the US intelligence agency, the CIA, spent $14 million training purring sleuths. The idea was to use cats to pick up Russian intelligence. But it went bust on day one itself, when a cat was run over by a car outside the Soviet embassy in Washington. Occupational hazard, it seems. But despite this, wild sleuths will always be widely used. Because no one follows the first rule of spying like they do. They don't look like a spy.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree. One tree for humanity. One tree for Mother Earth. One tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
Firstpost reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. From elections to climate change to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global South. Join me every weekday live on Firstpost.
On this today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies.